In this video, I'm going to cover some advanced martial way footwork. I'm looking to cover some jumping footwork and some flying footwork. There's not a big difference. The jumping footwork is what leads to the flying footwork. So I left off from the last lesson showing some Aikido, and here I'm going to try some flying 3/4 turns or jumping 3/4 turns. Sometimes I just switch modes. It's hard for me to actually be honest about what it takes to fly. I have some theories, and some arts call them flying techniques, like every time you jump it's a flying technique. Some arts call them jumping techniques, like they just don't want you to fly. Some basic theory on flying is just being powerful enough to fly. Superman, they tell stories about Superman, like Superman jumps over, leaps over a tall building. Then it can make you think about Superman just jumping around. So a basic technique, and I haven't done this in a while, I'm heavier, I've been growing, I'm taller and stuff. So I had this down for a while where I pull up my feet without jumping. I haven't done it for a while, so let's see what I can get. In this one, you just pull up your feet without jumping. And of course you sink. Then you start adding techniques to it. So I like to add the upward technique. I was using some basic karate the last time I made one of these demonstrations, and it worked, where I did some moves and I did a high block, and then I did a punch, and I got a nice high block lift and punch move forward. I am trying just to draw my feet upwards. I'm not jumping, I'm just drawing my feet up. A little flight. And then, in theory, if you have enough power, you fly up higher, and you fly straight forward further. Usually it takes ki or chi, some sort of special energy like that. So here's the 3/4 turns. I'm going to do them jumping, but usually it's partially flying. Missed it. Not too bad. What else do I have? Some jumping, sort of like flying, fencing. And this is, it's like a jumping lunge, but the point is to get in the air and then to switch your feet forwards and backwards while you're in the air. And you're supposed to make as little movement to do it. You don't have to get your feet far apart. It's just about how many times you can move them in front of each other. I haven't done this one for a while, so let's see what I get. Should be able to get at least one. It's tough to get multiples. It's a strange drill. It's a decent one. It's just big movements. Okay, so I was showing some of the Aikido basics with the 180, where you're supposed to let the opponent through. I was showing the forward step, so I wanted to show the backwards step. Letting the opponent, trying to let the opponent through. And I started working on doing this jumping, and it almost immediately goes to flying. I guess I'll try that backward step with the jump. It's really fast, and that was high. you're supposed to try to drag your feet or not take your feet up to draw the power out of the ground, but flying techniques aren't the same. Yeah, although I still like to try to hover around the ground if I hit flying. So here's the forward technique without the jump. With the flight, I'm going to try it with a jump. Then I'm going to try it with the flight where I just lift my feet. So here's the jump. And I'll just try to lift my feet. Go through the technique. I haven't really done this one this way. It's going to be strange. I'm pretty sure I just lifted feet. Let's try again. I'm going to stand up tall and try to take a pause. Then do it. Flying technique, jumping technique, advanced martial wave footwork.